Hey guys, Malkuth 1974 coming back at you talking about something I'm gonna be building. I have started to, well actually we haven't started yet because I am actually gonna go through the process of actually building a nuclear power plant. Nuclear power plant. Boop, boop, poopy, 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 poopy. Anyway. So yeah, this is the first stages of it. Ooh, zoom effect. Ooh, poopy, poopy, poopy. Okay. Anyway, serious voice now. I'll shoot you. Oh, oops. Okay. Anyway, so I'm gonna build it underground. I've been using my quarries to clear out lots of areas. I'm gonna have it deep underground. As you can tell by the map up there, I'm still pretty close to my house, but I've done some reading on the nuclear power plant, and I know that if you have reinforced blocks 3 thick, well actually if you have reinforced blocks 2 thick, then a layer of water, and then another layer of reinforced block, that it will pretty much contain the explosion if it ever blows up. So that's the nuclear chamber that's going to be designed that way. I won't design the whole plant that way, but so this might take a little bit to make this. This is probably going to be me recording this over long periods of time. There'll probably be other videos. I probably won't come down. You probably won't see me in the videos down in my quarry anymore. There's really no reason to go down there. But so yeah, let's show you where it's going to be built. This actually might be a few videos too. Might be like part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. Because I am going to build the whole thing. This is the quarry room. As you can tell, it's damn large. I've been digging it out since I've had quarries, basically. So, we're going to have a thing that's going to extend all the way out to here, and it's going to be in the air, extended the building what I'm going to build. So, without further ado, let's get started. I will be using, obviously I have the ring. I've upgraded a little bit. We all knew about that in some of the other videos. So it's going to be a lot easier to build this way. That's why I love this ring. Well, the basic design of this thing is going to be this pattern. It's kind of got a little rounded pattern to it. I'm going to finish it up here. I'm pretty sure it's going to be 2 floors with the reactor in the middle, protected with a protective case. As we fly around it, we can see what it looks like. Alright. Let's finish this off. People making so much fucking noise. I really like this ring. It makes things so much freaking easier. You know how long it would take me to do this if I wasn't using... Oh, there! The outer shell is done. I got the roofs in, the floors. Did I miss one? Yes, I did. So, next thing to come is to fill this area in with This will be the basement level. but the reactor will come probably from up here. So there actually might be 3 levels, because I only want to make them 3 high. So I'm going to put white marble floors in. So this will be a floor, basically. This will be this will be a floor. So 1, 2, 3 high. 1, 2, 3. This will be a floor. It'll be a smaller area. And the basement level will be probably pretty big. I could probably 1, 2, 3, 4. This will probably be a ceiling tile up here, something up here. So it'll be 3, 3. And if I put a ceiling tile up here, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3. Yep. Okay. So it actually evens out. Holy crap. So ceilings, walls. I don't know what color I'll make the walls, because you'll come in, you won't actually see this part. So the walls will come from each area. That'll be the walls. So basically all this will be is like an observation look at the reactor. Then all this stuff over here will be over here. The reactor will be in the middle. So they could be like control rooms over here or over here. Yeah, it'll be quite cool. Alright, we'll get the floors in and we'll come back to you guys. Well, alright everybody, welcome back. I believe the outer shell is pretty much done. The inner shell is done, so the basic housing unit of the actual reactor is all done, or the place where the human would walk around me. As you can tell, everything's there, everything's set up. I still don't know what this is going to be like. It's pretty big. I was about to lay down the actual reactors when I decided, oh, maybe I can actually, go tell people about this thing before, something bad happens. Anyway, let's take a look at what we built here. Alright. As you can tell, I got some doors in here. We'll go actually outside, so I haven't finished the top yet. This is the top room. Obviously everything's not done yet. This is going to be the control room. And if we come down, now remember, this is all the buttons and stuff are temporary until I come up with a better system. This is going to be the room where you actually fill the reactor. As you can tell, it's got quite the defenses there, or defenses, or whatever you want to call it. You go down this way. Everything's all enclosed now. Rooms are made. I still have to finish this. This is 3 thick now. So everything around it is 3 thick, except the spots where you have the windows open. But I solved that problem with the doors, I think. So let's go down here. I don't have a button on this yet, do I? No. Just a temporary button. This is what I call the, if I ever need to go into the reactor and actually change anything, I'll be able to get inside through the doors. So basically this is 1, 2. This one's still weak. It's only 2 thick, so it would actually, if the reactor ever did go, it would blow the hell out of this wall. It'd probably blow a good portion of that way away. This would slow it down a little bit. I could add a secondary chamber, but I think I'm going to be pretty safe with this thing. I think I'm doing a little bit overboard on how I'm building it, because it's only going to be a small reactor. Unless I start messing with stuff. And I'm going to make all these doors automatic, controlled by the control room. I haven't done that yet. I'm just going to get the reactor started up, see if everything works. Eventually, be ladders through here. You go out. We all start from the outside. Still looks the same. The big round ball, I call it. Looks like one of those things from Return of the Jedi, you know, like Darth Vader stays in. And I go to the start of Malkuth's nuke reactor. So we go back in. And we will lay down the reactors. We're not going to power it up, but we're going to lay them down. Alright, so I got that part in. Got one of my little bag of tricks here. This is going to be a 6-banger. It's going to have 6 reactor chambers on it. So let's lay this down first. So pretty much have to destroy that. I'm going to have to redesign this a little bit. I don't know why. So it'll have to have yeah, that's alright. We'll fix it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I will have to pull this out. Well, yeah. You know, when you make prototypes, fucking sucks. So that's basically what we're looking for. Is how the reactor works is if you I could have moved it over. It don't matter. When it how explained online is that I want to have an infinite water source up here, basically always pouring down on this thing. So it will evaporate. If it overheats, it'll evaporate water within a 5 block radius. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I don't know how the hell I don't know if it counts from this the bottom one or 1, 2. So it'd be here. We'll be all right. Screw it. So next thing I gotta do. Let's actually make the infinite water source. These blocks will be taken out once I make this. Actually, not going to even empty it. Ooh, I don't want to do that. Not even going to actually put the water into the system yet until oh, that didn't even okay guys, just to show you a little bit, I've got some wiring done in there. And what we have here is the heat monitoring system. It's set up for if it hits 500. It's the default setting. You got the little reactor sensor location card in there. This is a pretty good mod that's part of Tekkit. If you don't use this with your nuclear reactors, I don't know what you're thinking. But basically, it will shut down the nuclear reactor when it goes over 500, which is actually a very safe operating. And since this is a six-chambered reactor, I think it's 16,000 that this would have to get to actually melt down and blow up. So if it shuts down at 500, that's great. But I shouldn't really have any heat issues with this. The first setting I'm going to use is a pretty safe setting. Then I'm going to experiment with having a little bit higher, getting a little more EU out of this, because the very safe setting, I think you can only get like 120 EU or some crazy thing like that, or maybe 62 or like 100. It's some really low number, which makes this whole thing useless to build in my case. I mean, I'll just build some MV rays. I'll get the same freaking amount of energy. But the first time we do it, just to play with it a little bit, we're gonna actually set it up that way. So I know it's losing. So supposedly when a reactor gets a redstone signal, which I'm using redstone, hopefully it takes red wire signals too. I'm pretty hoping it does. If not, I'll have to change it to redstone. The problem if you use redstone is redstone gets washed away by water. So yeah, I hope that works. It should work. That'll work. Anyway, so I want to go get some coolant stuff, and I want to set this up the way I want to set it up. Here. Oh, actually, I gotta open up my bag first. I put these babies in first. Shoot. Get rid of all this. I do have it wired up. I'm only using the fiber wire right now because this thing isn't gonna produce enough. Fiber wire can handle up to 512 EUs. This thing ain't gonna get even close to that. So, hopefully, I have enough of these things. If not, I don't think I do. I'll have to make some more. So they double up here, here, I don't have enough. Shit. Son of a bitch. I need 4 more. No, actually I need 6 more. Alright. I don't have any more in there. Oh, I don't have enough coolant either, but we'll get it somewhat set up and then we'll be back. I don't have enough cooling either, but... So, the cooling, obviously, we've probably all seen this configuration. It's very, very safe way to produce. You know, I've almost got over, but this is it's just a test. So these actually have to go like this and like this. And I need 2 more like this. Well, guys, let me go get some more update on my progress. I've got things working. I got the shut-off switch working, and actually will shut it off. The thing I thought about this is I thought it would actually give me the heat, but it's not. So I made this little digital thermometer, and you guys would be surprised to know that this thing has 0 heat. I don't think it's not working. It's giving me the water will evaporate at 8,900, and the melting point is at 15,130, which means it'll blow up at that point. I have 0 heat, so this thing is running pretty on. The only thing I've noticed is that the 4 coolant cells right here are going down pretty quick, quicker than the uranium. This thing pulls out 120 EU per tick. And I'll show you how I know that. Set this up. Go through the back. New measurement. 120 EU per tick. So it is powering this baby right up. It's not a huge amount. I'm gonna play with it with this configuration first, since this is supposedly the easy mode version where, hey guys, your shit's not gonna blow up. Been doing a little looking up, and it seems I was using the wrong kind of integrated things. I was using the step downs of these, which were plating, nuclear plating, and I actually needed the heat dispersers. So that is why my coolant cells were messing up. So now I actually got the right things. And I'm missing one. How am I missing one? Oh well. I'm not gonna say oh well, I'm gonna go make one, but yep. Now that I have the right things in there, heat's being dispersed, everything's being cooled. These should last forever, I believe, if you have the coolant right. Everything's looking good. Quite a while. So we'll see you guys later. Bye. Hey guys, this is Malkuth, 1974, coming back at you from my power plant with a little update. Well, actually, this is probably just going to be the same video that you just watched, where I thought I was going to leave, but oh, well, that's quite disturbing. Anyway, we thought I was going to leave, but I wanted to show you my total update. Still don't have doors here yet. Yeah, you'll live. I still don't have real light system in here. Yeah, you'll still live. But we have stable nuclear power. Might not be much. 120 EU. But it friggin' works. I like it. I might add a second reactor. It'll be in the back, so you can't see it from the front. The front here. It'll be out back. I think I'm going to do that. And then I will have another 120 EU, and which would be 240 EU of safe energy. I like that. I like that. Anyway, let's go take a look at what we've done here. First we'll head over here. You see, this is the hallway. This is the main entrance to the hallway. Still don't have the lighting system in yet. Not quite sure what I'm going to do, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to do something interesting. I might use illuminators. I'm not sure. Maybe on the walls? That'd be interesting. But anyway. Come in here. I don't even know what this room's going to be. I don't remember what I built it for. But it's an empty room. But it goes down to here. And it goes to basically the battery room of the factory. What we have here is 2 MFSUs. Almost full. This is a medium voltage transformer. Medium voltage transformer goes through the system, which right now it's only running the automatic shutdown system, but it probably will actually be giving energy to the lighting system if I use The luminas that need electricity to run. But so that's 2 MFSUs, which is 20 million EUs, plus the MFSU in my home base is another 10, so that's 30 million EUs that I can store up from the reactor. And if a lot of people are wondering about the nuclear reactor, it's a little bit more maintenance than, say, solar power. But solar power shuts off at night. Nuclear power does not. And solar power shuts off at rain. Nuclear power does not. So nuclear power is a constant running energy stream to your systems. You don't have to have it on. It'd probably be a wise idea to actually shut it off before, you know, if you logged off the server, which is probably what I'm going to do. There's no reason for it to run while I'm not here, so it's just wasting uranium cells. A basic one fueling of a uranium lasts almost 3 hours, 2 hours and 47 minutes, which is quite a long time. I would look into putting in some sort of automated system, if it's possible, to put in an automated system where the reactor shuts down when the MFSUs are full. Like they'd full and it'd have a switch to shut it down, and then it won't start back up until one of the MFSUs emptied, and then it would start back up, load the MFSU up, and then shut back down. That to me would be the most ultimate thing to be able to do. I don't know if it's possible or not, but I'll find out. But at any rate, this is the control room. As you can tell, I got a bunch of monitors in here. If you guys don't know what these are, they come with Tekkit. They are the nuclear control mod, where you can monitor the heat and energy output and stuff like that. So we'll just go over this. This is the reactor output. Basically, it tells me what my max heat can be, which is 16,000. The melting point of the reactor, basically when it's going to go exploding, basically. I skipped this. The T is actually the current temperature of the reactor, which in this case it's 30, which is, it usually stays at 30 unless I mess with the configuration in there. I haven't found a configuration yet that doesn't overheat the system. I don't think it exists. I think that's the best stable system out there right now, I guess. 120 EU per tick, and time remaining for the current uranium cells in the reactor is 13 minutes and 48 seconds. What we have here is reactor MFSU number 1, which is one of the ones I just showed you. It tells you the current energy inside it, and how much is free. I don't quite know what that means, but its storage capacity, which is 10 million, and its fill rate, which right now is 99% full. This is reactor MFSU number 2, which is the same kind of reactor as that. I mean, energy storage is that. 10 million. It's fully loaded, fully blah blah, you know, basically full. Right here we have the home base MFSU. This is the one that's in my base. Again, it's full, ready to go. Basically, I have over 30 million MFSUs saved up right now. So I'm going to manually shut this down. As you can see, it says off. It's going to start cooling down real quick. So for displays, and this is just the current Minecraft time. As you can tell, it's 1:30, so it's every 10 minutes. This unit is what controls the heat of the system. Say for some reason I was running a configuration that it heats up. So it's set for 500 right now. If the reactor hits 500, it automatically shuts down. But how the system works is that it doesn't actually keep it shut down. So once it leaves 500, it actually kicks back on. So it kind of rides this ball where it's on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off. I don't really think I like that. I'd rather it shut off. So I'm going to find out if I can hook a timer to it, which will keep the system off for such and such a time, like 10 minutes or so, which will give it time to cool, which would, you know, need more time to look into it. So that's that on that. We just saw this. This is the reactor shutdown switch. Push the reactor switch, and the reactor is off. No, I won't have to worry about it being on. We come over here, we got 2 buttons. All these do is this button will reactor loading chamber doors, so that'll open these doors right here. So I got these all hooked up. Go down here. Both doors, wires come down through here, they go through here, and they open both doors. I can get in, and I can empty I can take the used uranium cells out and put in brand new ones. That's all this door is for. And setting up configurations that I might want to change or not change. And reactor maintenance entrance door are the doors down here. We watch. They will open up. There's actually 3 doors. There's the 2 reinforced steel doors right here. There's one here and one right below us. And then there's the actual door that enters the room. The only way you can enter that room is if you hit this switch here. So no strange people are going to be walking into my reactor and messing with it by getting through those 3 doors basically. And that's about it. That's about all I've changed so far. I got some more issues to do. Definitely gotta get lighting in this place. I like to get this place nice and bright. That's my next mission. Probably do it sometime tomorrow. Gotta go to bed. I'm tired. Things to do. But this crafting table is not gonna be here. I just needed it to actually start crafting shit. But yeah, so that's the nuclear reactor. So guys, have a good night. Hopefully this baby will keep me happy and fuel efficient for quite a while. So we'll see you guys later. Bye.